I'm continuing my reading. What I'm doing in this series is I'm reading through the entire standard works of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This consists of the Bible, the Book of Mormon, the Doctrine and Covenants, and the Pearl of Great Price. I am reading in a chronological order according to events, not according to publication or volume, so I will be skipping around just a little bit as I go along. Right now I am in Exodus. This will be chapter 19. The Lord covenants to make Israel a peculiar treasure, a kingdom of priests and an holy nation. People sanctify themselves. The Lord appears on Sinai amid fire and smoke and earthquakes. Now we're getting into the fun part. In the third month, when the children of Israel were gone forth out of the land of Egypt, the same day came they into the wilderness of Sinai. For they were departed from Rephidim, and were come to the desert of Sinai, and had pitched in the wilderness, and there Israel camped before the mount. And Moses went up unto God, and the Lord called unto him out of the mountain, saying, Thus shalt thou say to the house of Jacob, and tell the children of Israel, Ye have seen what I did unto the Egyptians, and how I bare you on eagle's wings, and brought you unto myself. Now therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed, and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine. And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests, and an holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel. Okay, you'll note here, first of all, the term peculiar. I know in the modern day we kind of think that means odd or strange, that kind of stuff. But the original meaning of peculiar, as I understand it, meant unique. To be a peculiar treasure means that you are unique. You're being chosen out, something special. That's what this means, to be a peculiar treasure, is to be something special and unique to the Lord. All the earth belongs to God. But Israel, being the covenant people, are unique or special, or the peculiar treasure of God. Verse 7. And Moses came and called the elders of the people, and laid before their faces all these words which the Lord commanded him. And all the people answered together and said, All that the Lord hath spoken we will do. And Moses returned the words of the people unto the Lord. And the Lord said unto Moses, Lo, I come unto thee in a thick cloud, that the people may hear when I speak unto thee, and believe thee forever. And Moses told the words of the people unto the Lord. Okay. It says all the people spoke. All the people said this, but remember, it's just, Moses isn't delivering this to everybody. He's gathering the elders. He's saying, this is the word of the Lord. The elders then take the word of the Lord to the people give their answer, the elders give the answer to Moses, Moses gives the answer to God. That's what's really happening here. This is how this works. It's just like in the modern day. God speaks to the prophet, but then they take the words to the individual stakes and wards, and the bishops and stake presidents get the word of the people, the sustaining vote, you might say. And then that is reported back to the president and back to the general authorities. It's the same process. This is what's happening here. Verse 10. And the Lord said unto Moses, Go unto the people and sanctify them today and tomorrow, and let them wash their clothes, and be ready against the third day. For the third day the Lord will come down in the sight of all the people upon Mount Sinai. And thou shalt set bounds unto the people round about, saying, Take heed to yourselves, that ye go not up into the mount, or touch the border of it. Whosoever toucheth the mount shall be surely put to death. There shall not an hand touch it, but he shall surely be stoned or shot through. Whether it be beast or man, it shall not live. When the trumpet soundeth long, they shall come up to the mount. So now God's saying, okay, sanctify yourselves. You got 2 days to cleanse yourselves, and on the third day, I'm coming down to the bottom of the mountain. But they put a border up. They fenced it off. So, okay, from at this point, don't go past it. Any living thing that passes this border is going to be killed immediately. They say stoned or shot through. So I'm thinking sling or bow, but they're going to be killed immediately if they touch the mountain. Verse 14. And Moses went down from the mount unto the people, and sanctified the people, and they washed their clothes. And he said unto the people, Be ready against the third day, come not at your wives. So this is a common thing too, is that to be purified, no sex. And that's not because sex is a bad thing. It's because sex is a messy thing. They're supposed to be clean. They're washed. You don't go to the Lord after that kind of an activity because you're no longer clean. Verse 16. And it came to pass on the third day in the morning that there were thunders and lightnings and a thick cloud upon the mount, and the voice of the trumpets exceeding loud, so that all the people that was in the camp trembled. And Moses brought forth the people out of the camp to meet with God, and they stood at the nether part of the mount. And Mount Sinai was altogether on a smoke, because the Lord descended upon it in fire. And the smoke thereof ascended as the smoke of a furnace, and the whole mount quaked greatly. And when the voice of the trumpet sounded long and waxed louder and louder, Moses spake, and God answered him by a voice. And the Lord came down upon Mount Sinai on the top of the mount, and the Lord called Moses up to the top of the mount. And Moses went up. And the Lord said unto Moses, Go down, charge the people, lest they break through unto the Lord to gaze, and many of them perish. And let the priests also which come near to the Lord sanctify themselves, lest the Lord break forth upon them. And Moses said unto the Lord, The people cannot come up to Mount Sinai, for thou chargest us, saying, Set bounds about the mount, and sanctify it. And the Lord said unto him, Away, get thee down, and thou shalt come up, thou and Aaron with thee. But let not the priests and the people break through to come up unto the Lord, lest he break forth upon them. So Moses went down unto the people, and spake unto them. So I do like this. Moses is called up into the mountain. The people see the smoke and they feel the earthquakes and everything. The Lord's presence is shaking the earth. And he calls, they hear his voice call Moses up into the mountain. And Moses goes up and he says, Okay, we're all ready, but make sure those guys don't come any closer. Because if they even see my presence, it will kill them. A mortal who sees the presence of God without being transfigured by the Holy Spirit will die. The glory of God is too much for our mortal form to endure. So he's saying, don't let them come up here. They will die if they come up. And Moses says, they can't come up. We already put a fence there. They can't get past it. And God says, okay, well, you go back down and get Aaron and bring him up. I want him up here too. But you give another warning to everybody else that they don't come any closer. And so Moses went down to get Aaron. And I believe the next chapter contains the 10 Commandments. So we will see how that is in our next video.